Can I ask you a question, Eric?
Yes, you can.
Somebody asked me the other day, you're excited.
well, I'm curious. Like, you're just like, can I ask you a question?
I'm just gonna speak freely for a little bit, right?
Okay.
Somebody asked me, what's your ideal client? And I guarantee you, no one's ever answered it the way I did.
Okay.
But I was just honest with the guy. So I'm just curious, what's your ideal client?
Ooh, that is an interesting one.
Honest answer now. Don't sugarcoat it. Because I didn't sugarcoat it. I'm about to go there.
Am I going to, like, jump right in? Or do you want me to first tell, like, the story? Because I like to always tell all the stories of, like, you hear of ideal clients and all this stuff.
Whatever you think the ideal client is, hit me with it.
Yeah, there's like the sales side of it that's always comes up. Like, what's your ideal client? I think the ideal client, if we're looking for a client, my ideal client is somebody in their 50s, near retirement.
Yeah.
That ultimately has enough that we can really do planning with. Now, yeah,
you like the planning, real detailed planning side of it.
But then also the idea that we can then construct the portfolios a certain way so to make sure that we're going to meet their goals. So, I mean, there is the planning side of it, definitely. But yeah, I think somebody in their 50s, near retirement, that is really looking to dive in and try to figure out what's going to be best for them moving forward, because oftentimes that person is only invested in their 401k. Mm-hmm. Now we got to figure out a lot for them.
That's a good answer. That's a typical answer.
Typical answer.
I don't know what happened to me the other day. I think I was just grumpy or like tired or whatever. But I was talking to somebody. They were retired military.
Okay.
And they said they wanted to recommend a friend. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that and everything. And they said, so, but what's your ideal client? Like, I don't want to send the guy if it's not a good fit for you. And I said, well, permission to speak freely, sir. and he goes, oh, I got to hear it. Yes, sir. Permission to speak freely. And I said, well, my ideal client is genetically made up of about 15 to 45% bullshit. And that's the truth. And he's like, okay, he kind of laughed a little bit. And
yeah.
I said, well,
trying to figure that out.
Because everybody's at least 1% bullshit. Right? And that starts from a kid. I was thinking about that. You always see in the American Funniest Home Videos things like the kid with chocolate on his face and the mom's like, did you eat the chocolate? And Yeah. 1% bullshit. We know it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
valid.
And so I was like, over the years, you try to lie your way out of a speeding ticket. Bullshit, right? We all know that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't like the people that are less than 15% because they're so particular about everything. They want it to be right. They're good, honest people, but they won't accept the way it is. They're like, I just want it to be perfect, and it takes a lot of time.
I'm not your ideal client.
You are not the ideal client.
Yeah, I drive you nuts.
This guy was rolling, by the way. He was laughing so hard, and he goes, okay, so why 45? Like 15 to 45% bullshit. And I was like, well, because anything over that, now I can't tell what's right with you. Like, I don't know if you're telling me the truth. It takes me too much time to dig and figure out what's going on. I can't handle it.
Then you're my ex-girlfriend and you're a compulsive liar.
You're just lying all the time. I'm like, do you really make that much?
I have one of those.
Do you really have that debt? I can't help you plan if you're, 70% bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So then he goes, okay. He was laughing and he's like, well, the guy I'm going to send you is exactly 45% bullshit. So you guys will be fine.
He knew the number.
Yeah. So I just, that's where I land. And then he goes, well, how much are you made up of? And I said, I'm going to give a solid 18% bullshit, and about 5% of that is bullshit. So give or take 5%.
Okay.
So I just thought that was funny. It was like, you don't often see like the backstory of like, how do we think? And it's not about money for me or how old you are or whatever. I just need you to be straight. Like, we can beat around the bush a little bit. You can have dreams, ambitions, but nobody's honest 100% of the time. Liver King.
Liver King. Well, now you got me sitting here thinking, because reality is, you could have a 50-something-year-old and it's like this or that, but like the personality level, leads into everything that we do, because we want somebody who we can connect with, not somebody who's like, it's tough when you get on the phone, they're hard to talk to, or or they don't want to listen, or they've got their own thing. Like there's a lot of that.
That's
so I see what you're saying.
That's the best way I've ever heard someone say it, and there you go. I invented it.
You invented it.
Finally invented something. So leave a comment below. What percentage of bullshit are you? And then we can maybe we'll reach out and market to you if you're in the right category.
Reach out and market to you.
All right, that's it.